Y'all, I was so sick and tired with all of the augering holes and mixing concrete and spending a lot of money on wooden posts to be able to make an H-brace and be able to build a proper fence, and really every single tactic of how to keep animals contained, with the hope that all of that work, all of that materials are gonna last for the lifetime of this farm, or even just put it in the right spot. One of our viewers sent us the most amazing H-brace and fencing hack. Y'all, here it is. It is the easiest way to build an H-brace for a fence. Man, this thing takes like 10 minutes. All right, before we dive in, a disclaimer, not really even a disclaimer, it's just an admission. This is the highlighted product called Lockjaws. I have never been in contact with this company. I bought this straight from their website. They have never contacted me. They are not sponsoring this video. I have zero affiliation with this company. I spent my own money on this because it was the solution that fit my needs. Okay, with that out of the way, let's do a quick review on this. So Joe Salatin talks about that if you're on a new property, that you should wait at least 3 years before you build any permanent fencing, except for a perimeter fence. You can build a perimeter fence around your property, but interior paddocks and stuff like that, you should wait 3 years. Why? Because you don't know the property. You need those 3 years to be able to walk it, to observe, to be able to really see what the land does, how your animals react to it. We actually have friends that are buying property near us, and they were asking us that same thing. They even reminded us of that's what Joel Salatin said. Traditional H-braces like wooden posts with concrete, it is just a pain in the butt. In fact, speaking of the pain, we are back here in the very back of our property right now, and while we were building this, we didn't have water. So we would have had to be able to get cement and tools back here. I would have to load them all on the tractor, drive them all the way back here, and do all that work and mix it by hand. We'd probably have to get water from the pond. It would have been such a pain. I'd like to briefly tell you my view on traditional wooden H-braces and traditional fencing. In my opinion, coming from the city guy and coming out here, like, yes, they look nice. I think they look standard. They look uniformed with everybody else who has farms out here. I do not enjoy making them. They take a long time. They take a lot of effort. They take a lot of money, and the wood can eventually rot. We have an H-brace at the corner of our property that was installed not by us, but it completely rotted out. I don't know how long it lasted, but it's not there anymore, and I have to replace it. Wooden H-brace posts or even metal piping posts, you have to auger down 2, 3, maybe 4 feet in some places of the country to get below the frost line. You got to use a ton of concrete, a lot of time and effort to mix the concrete and to put that in, labor to do that. And especially if it's an interior paddock, you're hoping and praying that you're gonna put that fence, that brace, in the right spot. So here is a wooden post that we put in. This was one of the very first posts that I put in whenever we bought the property. And, you know, of course it was a 4x4 square post, not exactly the correct post to put in anyway. Whenever we had our house delivered, we had to take this out because I put it in the wrong spot. At the time I didn't have the tractor, so I had to chainsaw it and just like figure out how to get it all the way down. And basically we pretty much drive over it every single time. And then here is another one. This one is from our garden. Another wooden post, concrete pier there, just stuck here, and I don't know what to do with it. In fact, if y'all have any idea of what to do with a concrete pier that is just basically trash, if there's any other way to repurpose those things, let me know in the comments. I'd love to do something with that and not have it just be a trip hazard right now. All right, so why would I recommend that you build this type of corner brace, this lockjaw system, over a traditional wooden H-brace? It's because it is affordable, it is fast to install, and it really does require very little tools at all to no tools at all. The only thing you need are 3 T-posts, and you need some way to be able to get the 2 T-posts in the ground. That's it. So, you know, for us, we use our T-post driver. You can even use a sledgehammer. I guess in a pinch you could use a hammer. I wouldn't recommend it. But if you have a decent T-post driver, then that's all you need. So you end up putting the back T-post where you want it, and then you start attaching the lock jaws. The lock jaws take no tools at all. It's made of this high, like it's some sort of plastic, but it's super duper strong and it's UV resistant. And you set up the corner where you want it, and then you put the second T-post and you just line it in, and then you drive that post in. How this works, it's so cool. I mean, it's just like any kind of brace, but you're using the power of leverage. So basically, this thing is holding no weight at all. All of the weight of the fence, all the tightening is all down here at the ground level, where this foot is driving into the ground and driving into the bottom of the post. So all of that, all of this weight, all of this force is being pulled not here at the top, but all down here at the bottom. And it makes this system incredibly strong. You can get this fence enormously tight. On a wooden H-brace, you have the actual, horizontal. But if you don't put an angle, then that brace is going to completely lean where you're pulling it. So this is so fast. The first one, it took me, maybe a little bit over 10 minutes because I was figuring it out. The second one, probably a total of 6 minutes. So easily, this thing can be done in under 10 minutes, and it's a piece of cake to install. Incredibly affordable. And if I need to be able to move it somewhere, then I don't have to worry about taking up concrete. I don't have to worry about just leaving posts in a random spot on my property and having to deal with it. I don't have to get the tractor and a chain to be able to pull it up, and then I'm stuck with a big old concrete pier with a wooden post in it. It's just such a pain. So I love this system. And this isn't exactly about the corner brace system. This is just how we did our timeless fence. So we just have these ratchets. I forgot what these things are called, but I really like them because it ends up already wrapping around the T-post here and here. It's just super simple to be able to run the high tensile wire from here, pull it through, cut it, and then ratchet it and tighten it from both ends of the fence. Then I just have the insulated wire to be able to connect the system together. Hey, if any of y'all are interested in how we rotate our cows around our property, with the backbone being this timeless fence system, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a full-on video highlighting how we do that. Okay, so I don't want to say that there are no cons to this corner system. I want to be completely honest. There is one thing that I would say, that if this is important to you, don't take this route. It's not the prettiest looking brace. A traditional wooden H-brace, it looks nicer. It looks more farm-like. It looks just more traditional. It looks normal. This is 3 pieces of metal with some orange plastic things just sitting in the middle of nowhere. So it's not the prettiest looking type of brace. I would say it's kind of ugly, but I don't know how important that is for everyone. For us, it was not very important. For us, we wanted something quick, easy, fast, and affordable, and long-lasting, good quality, strong, like all of that. This is 100% function. It's not a lot of form to it. But what we could do is we could come back and we could paint the T-post white to match the timeless fence. We could paint the orange lockjaw parts of it. We can do something to make it look a little bit better. And I think maybe someday we will. But honestly, we're really good at knowing what's a priority and what falls below that priority line. In fact, I have a video right up here, the full story of how we did our main water line and our timeless fence system. Check it out right there.